So I am here inside of the City Hall with Ana Hilário. Please correct me if I didn't do the Hilário. You are in charge of the City Hall, right? So please tell us what we are seeing here.
Today we are going to show you the nativity, the traditional nativity that we do here at Centro Cultural de Nazaré. It's the nativity that shows how is the village of Nazaré. We have Pedreira over there, and it shows, all the churches, the important churches that we have at Pedreira. It's from the three points of the village of Nazaré. It's the oldest one. It's from the 12th century, Pedreira. And then we have Sítio. It's where the miracle of Mary did to the Dom Flores Roupinho.
Yes, tell us about this miracle.
The legend of the miracle.
Please. Is it, well, I am debated. Is it true, not true, or is it a legend?
To some, it's true. To others, it's not true. Because some historians say that Dom Flores Roupinho didn't exist. But it's a myth. And from that myth, Sítio came alive, came true. We do have a Holy Mary. It's a statue and it's a miracle. A lot of miracle happens because of that little statue. It's from a mother that's giving some breastfeeding to his son. So the myth says that was a cavalier that was named Dom Flores Roupinho, and he was pursuing a deer, and that deer was the devil. He was some kind of temptation to that man, and so he was running to catch that deer, and that deer just dropped from the cliff. And so Dom Flores Roupinho called Holy Mary, Virgem Maria, Valei. And so she appeared to him to help him, and she saved the horse and him. And to show how he was so happy to be alive, he asks to make this little church,
as you can see here,
that's called Ermida da Memória. It's called Little Church of Memory. For Dom Flores Roupinho wanted that everybody knew what happened to him. And he wanted to know that that little statue could do really miracles. For example, people couldn't see, they start seeing. People couldn't walk, they start walking. A lot of children too that had problems, they entered the church, and then suddenly a miracle happened and all the children were sane again. So a lot of people come to Nazaré at the big church that's from the 14th century.
The 14th century church, what's the name?
Santuário de Nossa Senhora da Nazaré. It's bigger than this one because a lot of people, thousands of people, starting to come to Sítio just to see that little statue. And so King Dom Fernando, our King Dom Fernando, made certain that people came and had to see something, and then he ordered to do that big church that is on Sítio.
Okay, very well. That's beautiful. That's really amazing. Look at this work here. So what is the symbol of the black ladies here? This is beautiful.
At Nazaré, we had a lot of people dying at sea.
Of course, because of the big waves.
Yes.
The giant waves, which we will talk after.
Men went to sea, but they didn't know if they could return from it. People from Nazaré have a really weird combination with the sea. We love the sea, but we also fear him. He feeds us, but he also can kill us. So everybody that I know that's from Nazaré loves the sea. It's very normal for you to go by the sea, and you can see men or women looking at the sea and sometimes talking to it. Yes, it's like, I don't know, like a friend that we have, because he listens to you, and sometimes he can answer you by the sound that he does. Really. Even the older fishermen, they don't go to sea anymore, but every morning they go to talk to sea.
To the sea.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's really, it's I don't know how to say it.
Closeness with the nature.
Yes, some fishermen say that in our bloods, there's our sea.
Wow.
A lot of them see that.
Yes. And so this is the same. The ladies was in the 12th century. They will be dressed like this.
Yes, even today. Even today, there are ladies that are all dressed in black because they lost their husbands or their sons in the sea. So, and in the 40s, 50s, and even in the 60s, you could see a family all dressed in black.
All dressed in black.
Because when a woman lost a man in the sea, she never returns to marry again.
Oh, wow.
And there's a lot of
she
pictures.
stays a widow forever.
Forever. And a lot of pictures. French photographers came to Nazare and took pictures from the scenery that we have. And he was a little bit, for him it was a little bit strange to see even 3 years old kids all dressed in black
because they lost
their father. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I can see those ladies patiently, hola, hola, hola. They are doing everything. So this whole area.
These little figures.
Yes.
70 years old.
70 years old figurines.
It was from her when she was a child.
Wow. So you kept them and you bring them to the City Hall every Christmas to decorate. That's amazing.
It's already
amazing.
Tradition.
Yes.
The people from Nazaré come here
every year. So every year you will have now a lot of visitors from when? Tomorrow? The day after tomorrow?
Tomorrow. We are going to open tomorrow. Some songs and some music, and a lot of people come to visit this because it's the tradition.
And
even the building as combines with our culture.
Yes,
because this building started to work at 1958 as the fish market, and so all the men and all the ladies came here at about 5 a.m. in the morning to come and buy the fish, and all the ladies stayed here at this balcony. on the stairs, and there was a little rug with boxes with the fish, and then there was a man that was doing the auction, and then all the ladies, oh no, that's my fish, oh no, that's my fish, and then there was a little word that people said to stop the auction. It was shui, and then imagine 2 or 3 ladies saying shui at the same time. It was a little bit of trouble.
Yes, I can imagine.
Because one said, no, that fish is mine. No, that's mine. And so it was a little bit difficult back then.
So even the building have a story, because this is also where the fish came in. So you welcome the sea within this building.
The beach is the heart of the village. And then the soul is here, this building.
Yes.
Even today, a lot of people that came here in the 50s or in the 60s come to visit this building because it has a breathing air of the culture of Nazaré. Still in our days.
Yes. Anna, thank you so much for giving us a preview, because we were very privileged today to be able to see it being done. Instead of tomorrow, there will be a lot of people and everything. So we are very privileged today to be able to show you this, because it is being done century after century, passed from generation to generation. And I'm so happy to be able to share this with you today. Thank you so much, really, thank you. Oh, wow. So Anna was explaining to me about the drying of the fish, which was only a female job, right? And you were showing me this photo. This is how they will start at this age, like around 4
or 5 years old.
And this is how women will earn some money.
Sometimes when men couldn't go to the sea was very bad, and so they dried the fish to conserve the fish for much more time. And then they went on foot to Velado, Caldas da Rainha, to sell the fish to earn some money, because in the 40s and in the 50s a lot of hunger was here at Nazaré. A lot of Yes, and we have the soup of the poor.
The soup of the poor.
The soup of the poor, confraria upstairs. They gave bread and rice and some soup because people didn't have any money to buy. 2 decades that people lived very bad here at Nazaré.
And you are showing this is very, very interesting.
This is called paneiro. Paneiro was made by men.
Yeah.
This wood was from the boxes of the fish.
Very nice.
And this is the net, fishing net. And so they dried the fish and they put it here in this structure that we call estendarte. At estendarte, the fish dried in front and on the back.
On the back, yes.
Yeah. And the species that they dry more, carapau,
Yeah.
bacalhau,
Bacalhau.
yes, and they do this all by hand. They go in with salt water, they stay the fish a few hours there because the fish, when the fish is going to dry, it cannot have blood, okay? Not one in an infant, a little bit of nothing, no blood. And then they dry the fish. They dry the fish this way, and then they sell it just outside. If you want to visit, you can go and visit, and you want to try, you can try it. It's really good. And then we have the dry fish, and we have carapau enjoado. Enjoado means it isn't too dry, and it isn't too fresh. It's enjoado. It's in the middle, and it's really, really good.
And this is what you eat for Christmas?
No.
It's not this one.
We eat codfish.
Codfish, okay.
Yeah.
Dry codfish.
Yes. Here we eat codfish, but life here, doing this art that we call it an art, it's very difficult because they work a lot. And they work with sun, with the rain. They work all day. So today it's very difficult for young women to do this job. We still have, but they are getting older.
So not the young ones, not pitching.
Our mayor, they turned an upgrade at the standard out there, to pull people, young people, to work with them. But it's very difficult to do that. Very difficult. It's a hard work. And see, even the clothes, all the clothes of the traditional wear that we have, people didn't have a lot of money. So
No, yeah.
even the skirts and the apron came from her great-great-grandmother for her to dress.
To dress, yes.
Everything was useful. And so they didn't throw anything away.
Okay, very well.
16th century, Nazaré, all this place here was water.
Okay.
Everything was water.
Okay.
It was called Lagoa da Taverneira. Taverneira is just upstairs.
It's over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was the boat
Yeah.
that was riding on the lagoon to fish. The lagoon was not very deep.
Deep, yeah.
But the fishermen took the fish there, and then with the weather, the lagoon started to disappear, to dry. And so the sea came.
As you can see, the sea is just here. Wow, look at this. So we have a little museum on how it used to be back in the days, and this is really a privilege to see Nazaré, how it was, how the fishermen lived their lives as a family, because they were also working at the sea. So this is really an honor. Thank you so much for opening this today for us, so we can have a look and have a glimpse of the lives from then. But you're still wearing those outfits.
Yes, a lot of people still wear them.
Yeah.
The oldest people, they wear them.
Yes.
But we have some festivities like Easter and Carnival, where all the ladies young ones, old ones, they dress like this. Because to us, we have proud to dress like this. And then we have, ta-da, the skirts.
We are going to talk about the petticoats. So please tell us the legend about this or the story.
About this, it all started with Estado Novo. We had a dictator that was called Salazar.
Yes.
And he planned to, every region had to have some characteristic that we knew that place. And so, SPN, the Secretário de Propaganda Nacional, they knew that women here used a lot of skirts. And so they placed that the skirts were 7. 7 is a magical number. It's the number of the days of the week. It's the number of the rainbow. It's the number of the waves. Women, they count 7 waves, and then the sea suddenly doesn't have any wave. You count 7, and then the sea stops, and then another wave comes. And women knew that on the 7th wave, the boat could go to the beach.
So that there will be no danger.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And all the skirts have different colors.
So
The skirts by the legs
yes,
were always white.
white. Yes.
And then they were going to be all the colors of the rainbow, from bright to the other one more dark.
Okay.
You see, this is the typical clothes from a Sunday.
Yes. Oh, this is a Sunday clothing.
It's a Sunday clothing, and so the ladies that could go to get married, they went to go to pick some water at the fountain, and then all the guys that wanted to marry a girl went there. Oh, do you want some help? Oh yes, I want it. And they will put it and go with you, and they were going to take the this is called jaw, and then they went to her. Oh, I can help you, and then started to flirt like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so this
So-
is then the good acquaintance.
Yes,
and then,
yes, it was.
dating.
Yes, it was a perfect place to date.
Okay.
The fountain. At that time.
It's an interesting place as well because not a lot of people go date as by the fountain, but this is
We didn't have any water at home, so it was the only way for them to go to the street without her mother or her father. So a lot of girls went, I want to go to the fountain, and then they already knew there was a little guy who could talk to her. So that was something that all girls who wanted to get married wanted to do. This is the mini market.
This is the mini market.
Yes, from the 40s. A lot of things could be sold here. For example, glasses, they don't do this anymore.
Wow, I don't know if you can see these beautiful glasses.
An harmonica.
Harmonica.
I don't know if you know this.
This is
Toothpaste.
this is toothpaste.
Yes. A toy.
A toy.
All the boys made
Of
this.
course, the boat.
Yeah, a little boat from Cortiça. Boys went to play with it at the river,
Okay.
Alcoa.
Okay.
Went to play with it. They made it with a little knife. And they also had peão, this one, o ciclista. Yes. They sold this, sabão,
It's soap.
soap, sabão azul e branco. Women had to go to the river to wash the clothes. Yeah.
Of course, yes.
And this is the clothes, typical clothes of a child, about 6-7 years. And this is the toy head he made.
That he made. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
People didn't have any money, so they had to do things.
Yes.
And this is a house, a typical house from the 40s or 50s at Nazaré.
This would be like the kitchen.
Yes.
So the bedroom.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is
This
like
is
one
division.
One division. Okay.
Only one division. And sometimes our families had a lot of kids, because a lot of kids meant a lot of hands to work. And so imagine a house not much bigger than this with 11 kids. Yes, 11 kids. And then they had a party. They had a party where they did the pee-pee and everything.
So this is like the toilet.
The toilet.
Yeah.
And so about every morning at 6 a.m., the smallest kid at the house had to take this to the sea to put it away. Yeah.
Why the smallest child? Because he didn't really realize what he was doing. So as you can see the outfit.
Yeah, the outfits of the widow.
This is the widow?
Yeah, this is the widow. All in black, except the skirt inside was always white. Because it symbolizes purity.
So remember, the widow, no matter what age she was, if she loses her husband, she stays as a widow. She never remarried, right?
Yes.
Correct, Anna?
And this, even this coat that she has, she always covers her face. And we have something that we called cache-nez.
What is that?
It's a scarf.
It's a scarf, yeah? Oh yes, it's a beautiful, look at this.
Yeah, it's really old.
Broderie here, yeah.
And this scarf, we named it cache-nez. Cache-nez means...
Cache-nez, which is French.
Yes.
Cache, it's to hide, and nez, it's nose.
Exactly. And so, when they went out in the street, they because they were so sad, they even couldn't show their face. Yeah, they had to be sad for all their lives.
Well, this is not fun, isn't it? But why the child had to also wear black?
It was she loses the black when she's going to enter the age to get married. About 12, 13, she could get married. Yeah. When her mother was in black, all of them
have to be in black. That's really sad, isn't it? But luckily, she could still get married and find a man could still look at her. Yeah.
There's a writer in Portugal that's called Alves Rodol. He wrote a beautiful book about Nazaré that's called Uma Fenda na Muralha. He stayed here at Nazaré and he went to the fishermen, to the sea. He stayed here for a long while, and he said that Nazaré had two colors back then, the black and the white of the houses. And he says that Nazarenos had two faces, one of big sadness and one of big happiness.
Okay,
that's the way.
That's the controversy, right?
Yeah.
That's the,
And this is the tavern. Was mainly for men. Women couldn't go inside.
Okay. So I come back. But not anymore, right?
Not anymore, no, not anymore. All the taverns were open for 24 hours a day. They never closed. Fishermen came back from the sea, go to the tavern, and then. So long, the tavern had sand on the floor because it was easier to clean. They came here and ate something, drink something. And there's something special about the taverns because at Nazaré, we love a carnival. It's a party that we love, the community loves carnival. And at the taverns, men got together and make some sketches, some little theater pieces, yes. And they dressed like the ladies, and then they counted this, a story in the taverns, and then they went outside the taverns to show everyone what they did on the taverns. Yeah,
of course. So I can see these small little glasses. You have ones over there. I'm sure you don't make those nowadays. So this is amazing. Amazing.
You see how thick they are.
Oh wow, they are very thick.
Yeah.
And they would drink what? I mean, of course, I know you have the port, the red wine.
I want three fingers. And he said, "Oh, you want 3 fingers?" They put it this way,
yeah.
and then put it the wine 3 fingers.
You have to have a look here. This is very interesting, Anna. What is behind you here?
This is the barrel where the wine went, and then there's a lot of people, old people, that said to me that the ladies came to pick up the wine for the men, and then they went with the bottle. They stood at the door, and she said, "Oh, I want some wine. I can't enter, but I want some wine." The tavern goes to the women. Came here, fills the bottle and gives to her. She couldn't come in even to buy the wine.
You see, this is something new for me. I didn't know that in Portugal, in the like what 1385 or less or more maybe.
Even more. With the 25 de Abril of 1974, our community had to have a transformation. The women were, they had to work a lot. They had to do what men wanted to do. And with the revolution, things changed. At Nazaré, with the tourism at the 70s, Nazaré for the first time saw a woman in bikini. No one ever saw a woman here in bikini. And so there's a story, an old lady told me that she was at the beach with her husband and her sons, and then she saw a lady with a bikini, and all the people saw, "Oh my God, look at her, she can be like that." And a lot of people came to the beach just to see that woman because it was forbidden at that time. But Nazaré came to grow with tourism because we were a very close community. Sometimes people came, they even said, "What a strange community this is." We lived for our community. And with the tourism, our minds come open-minded. And with the big waves, we open our minds again. A lot of tourism came.
I was about to talk to you about that. Shall we have a seat so we can have a chat about the change of this, because I would love to have your opinion on this. What do you think? Because out of the sudden, like suddenly, this calm little village, beautiful traditional Portuguese village, became a huge spot. Worldwide, global-wide, Guinness record, because of this submarine canyon that is bringing those giant waves, feeding the surfers the thrill that they want. You had all the cameras and all the TV around the world here to film when you have competitions on, and I think we have the Guinness records as well of the highest wave in the world. So tell me, how did the people, the local, took this change?
Nazaré used to be a fisherman village, and that changed. We are now a tourist village. We don't have so many fishermen like we had in the past, but people like my generation sees the tourism from a way for us to manage some money. So it's benefit for our village, it's benefit for our population, but it's I don't know how to say it in English, but it's desafiante.
Yes, it's disadvantage.
Yes, because like you said, we had a calm village. It's not a calm village anymore because we have a lot of people coming from all over the world. A lot of people comes here, falls in love with our community, with our culture, and a lot of them live here with us. We have a big community of Americans, Italians, we Spanish. We have Switzerland. They come from all over the world, and when I do some cultural visit, and it's beautiful to see when I tell them the history of Nazaré, and they say, "My God, this is the paradise. This is the last paradise of Europe."
Yes, yes.
You really don't know what you have here.
Yeah, it is a gem. For me, I saw this as a gem of the Silver Coast of Portugal. Yeah. It is really, it's a mystic feeling.
Yes.
When you arrive, and then you see the falaise. Yes, it's amazing. We took some shots as we were coming in. It's really mystic.
It's a beautiful scenery.
Yes, totally.
There's a big community of Brazilian here, and I've talked to a woman that's called Aurora, and she said that she wants to live and die here because she said this place has magical feelings. Why do you say that? And she said, I don't know, it's a feeling that I have.
It is. You know, a friend of mine came to visit this Nazare before I came. And she said to me, I don't know, there's something about it when you get out of the car, there's a feeling, and it's true, when we get out of the car, I did understood what she was talking about. There is a mystic, but yet I think you did a good job by trying to preserve the tradition, trying to preserve the culture. The people here are not, even though of course you're trying to make some money on tourism, but you are not like you know, all over it. You know, it's like it's coming with it, and you embrace it, I think, in a very healthy way.
Yeah.
You know?
I hope we can continue to do this.
I hope so too, because it is what it is. I think as well make this magic, this change, because as you say, the people are still walking into those black clothing around, or in the apron. I've seen so many, and then people are very friendly. They are very down to earth. It's like still the fisherman village feel.
Yes. And we are used to tourism centuries ago. Yeah. And so we are a people that we like to receive people, and we like to teach them the way that we used to live and the way that we still live. And we are very proud of our culture, and we are very proud of our festivities. The community of Nazaré has a lot of festivities, and we know that this festivity is here, the other is here. This means it's going to end the winter. This means it's going to start the spring, all around the festivities. And we have a lot of religious festivities also, all connected to the sea, always the sea. The ladies, at the 30s, 50s, 60s, everybody lived by the beach. They only went to sleep at that house.
At night time.
Always at the beach. A lot of women had their babies on the beach, waiting for the husbands to come from the sea. And there was the big dream of our community until the 80s was a port, because all the boats stayed at the beach. And when the boats came to the beach, the boat a lot of times turned over, and a lot of men died. Almost every week, men died at the sea. It was a tragedy at that time. And the fisherman community asked even the Rei Dom Carlos, back then, said, please give us a port, a safe port for our boats. And Carlos, Rei Dom Carlos didn't give the ports, and then came the Republic, didn't came the ports, and then came Estado Novo, didn't came the ports. But finally, in 1983, a big dream come true. We had a port.
Wow! Finally, and it's this way, correct?
That way, yeah. There's a lot of a great story.
Yes.
When the machines came to do the port, all of the women and the children came to the streets to dance and to sing, because finally we have the port. And this was a big event in our history. And it's like an old fisherman told me that my father died with the dream of a port, and I'm finally seeing this coming true.
Yes.
So,
and tell me, Anna, what would you be your fear? What is your fear for Nazare? Like, I mean, of course, you're trying to keep the culture, the tradition, and everything, but yet we are advancing in life, modernity, AI, intelligence, and all this. So what is? We want that too. We want to progress with our time.
Yes, but we can't forget our past, and we are having a big challenge now. Our mayor, I do school teaching to little children to teach them how we used to live, how it's important for us to learn how our grandfathers lived, because life wasn't easy then, and today everything it's more easy than back then. And my biggest fear is that when all these older women die, we have nothing more to show, just museum, and that scares me a little bit. Yes, but people could see the festivals, the traditional clothes at some point of the year, but when they all die, the old ladies, you can't see the traditional clothes anymore. And they are getting older, and they are disappearing.
Yes, because their daughters, their granddaughters,
they don't know. Day by day, no. Only on Easter and on Carnival. And that's, it's sad.
Yes.
Because now you can go in the street and you can see a lady, oh look, she's wearing the traditional the apron, and she's in cache-nez. Okay, but she's getting old. And when she's going to die, there's no more identity. How can I say this? I'm afraid that Nazaré, it's going to be like another beach.
And another beach town?
Yes. I'm afraid that
I think shouldn't. I think when I see, I hope I'm right. But when you walk around in the city, you feel that people are so proud of Nazaré, and I hope I'm right, that they will try to keep, even if we'll have all the modernity around us, try to keep a little bit of what you have here, because this is so unique.
Yes,
it is so unique that you're trying to preserve, and even the people are still authentic, and this is what I like very much, what I saw,
Yeah.
So this is your fear, and what is your hope?
My hope is that Nazaré could grow bigger, and that people that come to Nazaré that could know that we are a people that had a lot of struggles to be here right now. I know that my people, my grandfather and my grandmother and my great-great-grandfather, he was a fisherman. My grandmother sold fish, she dried fish, and I know how hard her life was. And I know that she couldn't only have one sardine for 7 kids. And I want the youngest people to learn that we had a past of great people that could struggle for their lives. Yes, that's what I want. And I really hope that our traditions don't vanish, and because it's what makes us different.
Totally. And yes. But by doing what you're doing, by keeping this, what you kept here, this is like a treasure, really. And when you arrive along this coast, it's like a gems. Really, it's like a gems, hidden gems. I'm hoping that you will be able to pass it on still, even though people won't wear the clothing, but the mentality won't change with the too much tourism happening. And we know why. It's because out of the sudden they discover, the world discover. Nazaré always builds those waves.
Yes.
I can
The
imagine.
waves always existed, right? But now people, they went to the sea to struggle the waves to put some fish in the table. Yes. Today they use the waves to do surf.
To the surf and to be seen around the world.
Yes.
And out of the sudden Nazare was on the map. And
everybody knows where Nazare is. It's impressive.
It is impressive, you know. When I was saying that I was going to do this episode of Accessible here in Nazare, everyone was saying, "Oh my gosh, we're waiting to see it, and when are you going to do it?" You know, so I was myself impressed, surprised by that. Oh, do you know about Nazare?
Everybody knows Nazare, and you have to come back again.
No, I will.
And I'm going to do a tour with you.
Yes.
By the little streets.
Oh, I would love that.
Called Skiningas.
Yes.
And there's a lot of storytelling there about witches and little devils.
That would be great.
And you have to come with me to Sombrage. Yes. It's a little mountain that we have there. And a lot of people say that it's a mystic place.
Okay.
You have to come back.
Okay. Oh, yes. No. I will definitely come back because I feel like even though we've been here in a few hours, I feel that I didn't see enough. There's so much. It's so rich in culture. And it's also the identity of Portugal.
Yes, it is.
That's what makes Portugal, as well as a country, very unique.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's by keeping this kind of village, by keeping this tradition, by keeping those people authentic. We had lunch in a beautiful little, and she was like the mother.
Yeah, it is. She's the mother.
Yes, and she's the mother, and she was feeding us and feeding us. I'm like, okay. Her fishes and octopus
the
and
fish there, it's very fresh. Yes,
and nice. So I cannot thank you enough, Anna.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, me too. I cannot thank you enough for allowing us today to come here. And I really wanted to do an episode on Nazare because I went and researched a lot on it. Mm-hmm. You know, I also live in Porto, so I heard about Nazare, never came before. And I was really waiting because so many people were telling me about how they felt. Yes. And it's true. Yeah. It's so true. You do feel this feeling, the mystic coming into you, even though I haven't been into those really small little streets yet, but we have been really doing the beach. But we think Nazare is small, but it is not that small because it's so rich in culture, it's so rich in so many stories. Yes. And of course the canyon, the sub canyon. We are going to talk with Dino Casemiro later. He's going to explain to us this whole phenomenon. Yes. Because out of the sudden, discover this.
Yes. It's true. Everybody knew there was a canyon here, but Dino helped to pull this worldwide because he talked to McNamara. Yes. And then since then, Nazaré transformed, and that's the truth.
Transform. I was talking to somebody when I was traveling, and he's a surfer as well, and he's in Hawaii, and he said he surfed lots of waves all over the world, and he says the nicest one that he did, and also as an experience, as a human experience, and as a surfer, it was here in Nazaré. Yeah. So congratulations, and if I can support what you're doing into any ways, I will. Already by sending this what we are doing today, this filming, the talking to you around the world is going to be viewed, and hopefully people is going to understand the meaning of Nazare. And also, can you please tell me, because I know it's the similar name of the biblical holy city, Nazare, that where Jesus was born. Yes. This was the initial.
No. It's called Nazare because it's from the holy image.
Because of the holy image that appeared, that you are okay.
That's why we had the name Nazare. Yes. Our holy our holy image. It's called Nossa Senhora da Nazaré, and so that's why Nazare came with this name. Yeah, and it's called Sítio. Yes. Because it's where the place where the holy image is situ means place.
Okay, perfect. So now we understand the key, because sometimes, because when I was saying I was going to Nazare, they thought I was going to Jerusalem. You know? You know, because it is similar, and I believe there is a connection with Holy.
Yes. And even there's an image that's called Nossa Senhora da Nazaré in Brazil, and that image, the miracle of the image came from Portugal, from Nazaré to Brazil, with the discovery. And we even had some sailors that came from Pederneira and went to Vasco da Gama to discover India. So we have a lot of stories to tell. I could stay with you a whole day.
We will do a second episode with you. That is for sure. And really, I would like to thank you so much for your hospitality. It's been great. I mean, since we arrived this morning, everyone has been so great, so nice, and so welcoming as well. And I really hope that this stays in the mentality of the, how you call themselves, Nazarean or Nazarenos, of the Nazarenos population. I really hope it stays, because they are really welcoming and authentic. I really felt that authenticity in them. So I really thank you so much, Ana, for allowing us coming in here and to open your heart, your culture, your story, your enthusiasm about Nazare to us, and we will support that. We will make sure that people knows beyond the waves what's Nazare.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.